First thing we're going to talk about in this review is the comfort. These are still some of the most comfortable shoulder pads I've ever worn. There are multiple things making these pads super comfortable, but it starts with the padded compression vest. This guy right here. The padded compression vest is soft to the touch, super lightweight, and really hugs your body all the way around. Also, it's worth noting that just this vest can be used by itself for 7-on-7 or an only helmet practice. As you guys hopefully saw in the unboxing, the shell of the shoulder pads attaches to this vest using Velcro. They have reversed the Velcro, so now that the hard Velcro is on the vest instead of the shell, which prevents that Velcro from pulling apart the material on the vest, that's one of the key changes they made. Now, the major selling point of these pads is how lightweight they are. The super lightweight vest combined with the super lightweight carbon fiber shell makes these the lightest pads on the market without a doubt. The carbon fiber shell is so thin, you honestly hardly even notice you're wearing shoulder pads at all. Another thing I love about these pads is how well they breathe. Since the vest has plenty of ventilation and the shell is relatively low-key and thin, the hot air from your body is able to escape and you stay pretty cool, which is really tough when you're talking about shoulder pads. Overall, the comfort on these is amazing. The vest feels super cozy and lightweight, and then combined with the shell, you honestly barely even notice you're wearing shoulder pads at all. The next thing we're going to talk about is the fit. These fit better than any shoulder pads I've ever tried. I got my pair in their small medium because I'm a smaller guy, but you guys already know that. But I also like to keep my shoulder pads on the smaller side, and these fit me absolutely perfectly. The compression vest gives you a nice compressive fit, and then once you guys slide over either one of the shells, they fit perfect. As you guys probably know from the unboxing, there are two different shells, and there are a couple key differences that we're going to cover a little bit later in the video, but the poly shell straps up using the usual belts, and then the carbon shell uses these really cool updated clips. These clips have some sort of magnet system in them, and they are insanely easy to hook up, and they don't disconnect unless you hit both buttons on the side, so you don't have to worry about them coming undone when you're playing football. I do want to note that the images on their website are kind of the older buckle that we saw in the version from 2 years ago, but the ones on the pair I have right now seem to be updated. Once you strap these pads up, the pads kind of form to your body and give you kind of that one-of-a-kind fit, and it feels like it's kind of part of your body. When I tested these, they stayed super tight to my body with whatever I was doing. They did ride up just a little bit every once in a while, but they're pretty easy to just pull back down. They pretty much moved with my body throughout the entire testing process. I also do want to note that when choosing a size for these pads, it's very important that you guys measure properly. Do not go and buy the same size shoulder pads that you guys would for another pair of shoulder pads. These ones are unique. The reason they're unique is because the vest is specifically designed for specific sizes. So if you guys are a bigger guy and you're trying to get more low profile pads, you're just not going to fit into this vest. They're already super low profile, so just get the proper size, measure correctly, and then you won't have any issues. But overall, these shoulder pads fit exactly how you want a pair of shoulder pads to fit.